March 13th, 1997, Arizona. A quiet Thursday evening stretched over the Sonoran Desert. Families were finishing dinners, teenagers were out with friends, and the sky looked ordinary. The stars were scattered across a deep indigo canvas, and the only movement came from the occasional car speeding down the highways that cut through the desert. And then, something changed. Just after 8 p.m., people across southern Arizona began noticing lights in the sky. At first they were small, distant, barely noticeable. But as moments passed, the lights grew larger, brighter, more impossible. Witnesses described a row of glowing orbs moving silently in perfect formation. They weren't blinking, they weren't aircraft, they weren't fireworks. They just hovered and moved. Some reported it as a single, massive triangular craft, blotting out the stars. Others described several lights, moving in perfect unison, spanning the width of a football field. Impossible in scale, impossible in speed, yet completely silent. From Henderson, Nevada to Prescott and finally to Phoenix, Arizona, thousands of people looked up in disbelief. Drivers pulled over on highways, leaving engines running. Families ran outside, calling each other to witness the spectacle. Teachers, police officers, pilots, ordinary citizens all reported the same phenomenon. The lights moved with precision, an eerie calm, as if aware of the observers below. By 9 p.m., the calls flooded police stations and newsrooms. It was unlike anything anyone had seen before. And yet, no explanation came from any official channel. No radar confirmation, no acknowledgement, just a silent sky and growing questions. Hours later, the military issued a statement. The lights, they said, were flares dropped by a 10 Warthog aircraft during training at the Barry Goldwater Range. About 100 miles away, case closed, supposedly. But here's the problem. The first sightings occurred hours before any flares could have been dropped. And the people witnessing them weren't imagining it. Pilots, police officers, and even government officials all reported the same thing. A massive, solid craft gliding silently across the Arizona sky. One man described it as so large that it blocked the stars. Another said, "It didn't just move, it felt aware of us, as if it knew we were watching." Initially, Governor Fife Symington mocked the reports in a press conference. A staff member donned a crude alien costume, meant to trivialize the phenomenon. But years later, Symington admitted he had seen the lights himself and called them otherworldly and beyond anything man-made. The Phoenix lights weren't just lights. They were an event that touched thousands of lives simultaneously. They were a shared experience, defying conventional explanations and leaving a permanent mark on the state and the world. For some, it was a spiritual experience. One man said, "I felt small and yet connected, like the universe itself was opening up." For others, it was fear. "We couldn't move," a witness remembered. "It was as if the sky had frozen and we were trapped beneath it." The lights hovered for hours in some reports, moving silently, shifting patterns. Some witnesses swore they saw a massive triangular craft, solid, black, with lights along its edges. It moved gracefully, without engines, without sound. Decades later, skeptics point to mass hysteria, optical illusions, and military exercises. They cite human perception errors and the brain's tendency to find patterns, and yet the consistency across thousands of witnesses from different cities, backgrounds, and professions makes the skeptics' claims difficult to reconcile. It wasn't just one person seeing something strange. It was entire communities, over hundreds of miles, experiencing the impossible at the same time. The Phoenix lights became a cultural touchstone. Books were written, documentaries aired, forums buzzed with debate, and for those who saw it firsthand, the memory is indelible. They describe an uncanny stillness, a calm that is impossible in moments of extraordinary events. The lights weren't chaotic. They weren't random. They were deliberate, as if choreographed, as if the universe itself had paused to display something beyond comprehension. No photographs captured the full scale. No radar data confirmed it. Yet every account, whether from a pilot, a parent, or a child, speaks the same language: wonder, fear, mystery. A profound awareness that something extraordinary occurred over Phoenix that night. It wasn't just an unexplained aerial event. It was a reminder that sometimes the world has moments that cannot be contained, explained, or ignored. That even in our age of technology, human observation and shared experience remain invaluable. It wasn't just an unexplained aerial event. It was a reminder that sometimes the world has moments that cannot be contained, explained, or ignored, that even in our age of technology, human observation and shared experience remain invaluable. And while official explanations persist, the memories do not fade. Those who saw it know the truth, or at least something close to it, that the sky can stop, if only for a moment, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The Phoenix Lights, March 13th, 1997. One night that thousands will never forget. No radar proof, no official validation, no full explanation. Just a night when the sky stopped moving, the heavens whispered their secrets, and people were forced to look up and wonder. The Phoenix Lights, the truth still above us.